So, okay. So we are starting now. It's 9:02, and relax and just respond to us. Just to let you know, this is under the program called Canada Summer Jobs Program with the federal government, and we'll be interviewing other candidates. You are just one of other candidates that will be interviewing for the next shift. We've already gotten somebody for the first shift. We'll interview other people. You're part of those we're interviewing for the second round. Okay, so we're going to be starting with the first question that we will be asking you is, what do you know about the African and African Descendants Friendship Club of St. Albert? What do you know about them and the vision?
Well, actually, I've been to quite a few of these events with my family, and the vision is creating a safe space for African and African descendants of and African like children, so they can bond, and it just helps them create a safe space, especially in this predominantly white community. It just gives them that space to meet other children just like them, and that's what I know about the African and African Descendants Friendship Club of St. Albert. That's the vision.
Okay, thank you. Graceanne, do you have anything to say to show?
Okay, so tell me about yourself and why do you think you are the best fit for this position?
Yeah, yes, I can tell you. Do you want to know like my interests or what anything I've done for like the do you want to know my interests or anything that I've done beforehand? Like which one would you rather? Okay, okay, I'll just say some stuff.
So you just give me a brief what's your name is Shane? Is it Shane? Did I get it right?
Shell.
Sheung.
Yes. Yes.
Sheng. All right. So tell me, I want to know about you and I want you to sell yourself to me. Tell me why you are the best fit. Tell me why we shouldn't employ anybody else and you are the best fit for this position.
Of course, thank you. What I can say about myself is I've been very involved in the community for like the past, I want to say 3, 4 years. I've been very involved in the community. I've done a lot of volunteering at churches and track meets. So I kind of understand how to plan events in that regard. And I've done a lot of stuff in the community as well. I've done Paul Kane theater. I did a bit of basketball for a time, and so a lot of these events have actually kind of shown me a way to plan and how stuff should be run. I've learned how to run stuff, and that's why I would be very good for this position due to my prior experience.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. So we've done lots of events in our community. We do the volunteering with the food bank. We do volunteering with the Takes a Village to Raise a Kid. We do Taste of Africa. We want to ask, have you volunteered in any of these community events that we've done in the African and African Descendants group?
Um, I personally have not, and not recently due to I had a really busy schedule. But my mom actually, there was this career thing where they were speaking to the youth about jobs, and my mom actually she spoke in that panel, and I got to stay behind with her and see how they really prepare and set these events up. So that was really beneficial.
Okay. So, okay, that means it's your mom that has volunteered, but you have not physically volunteered in the association to do?
No,
Okay.
no,
No.
she's done like some stuff, and I've got to see how they really plan.
Okay.
For example, also another example would be like the Sherwood, no, not Sherwood, the Lions Park events that they usually do in the summer. My
Mhm,
mom usually volunteers for those, and so I've gotten a general feel of
mhm.
how these events go. And I think with that, that'll also really help me be good on the job too.
Okay, so you're going to be using your mom's head now to do the job.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's
why
not
we
like
we need you. We need young people to be involved so that let it not be your parents dragging you, but
um
you
no, no, no,
hands
no.
hands-on involved in the community, right?
No, 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 no. Of course. It's not going to be my mom said. It's going to be me. I've learned what to do. I've learned how these things should go, but I can also put my own sort of spin on it. So yeah,
Okay. Grayson, do you have any question again for him?
Yes, so that kind of put me in a position now and kind of answer my other questions, just to say that because I was going to ask if you have attended any of our events within the past year, and which event did you attend?
um, yes, I have attended. Like I mentioned, I've attended the events at Lions Park that happened in the summer. I've
That was
also
last
attended.
summer.
Yes, and the summer before that.
Okay.
And we've been to the hall a couple times. There was a hall party we attended, and we did go to Taste of Africa. We did go to like the one in the St. Albert Center, that one.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there was the career thing that I mentioned that we went to in
Okay.
the hall.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so what experiences have you had with event planning?
I actually okay, so I was an information officer. I was a poll worker during the elections. I did that for like 4 days, and we had to set up the we had to set up the actual voting space, put up signs, and we had to tell the people where to go to vote. So that will help me a lot in the position. Also, with my volunteer experience, like I mentioned, I volunteered at track meets. I volunteered at track meets, so we would um we would hand out like ribbons and medals to participants, and also amongst the volunteers, we would have a food station, and we would serve food to the other volunteers. And also I do have another one. My high school had this leadership program, and we would go to seniors' homes, elementary schools, and we would even do stuff in the actual school. So we would plan like set up events, whether it was like themed days, like 80s day. We would plan events at the elementary schools to the children, and we would also plan on bingo games at the seniors' homes. So all these things have really all these things combined has given me a very fundamental basis of event planning, and I can use that basis to do more.
Okay, Grace.
Mhm.
Grace,
So tell me about a difficult situation or feedback, right? And how did you handle it? So it could be a difficult situation in school while volunteering or a feedback. And how did you handle that situation?
Yeah, I actually do have a great story for this. It was at work, right? Because I also work at a restaurant called the Garage Restaurant and Bar. It's on Riel. I was working there one night, and the boss was like the head chef. He was gone for the night, and it was around the time where people weren't ordering that much, and like last minute we get an order. It's me and this other boy there. We get an order of like nachos with beef, and usually in the restaurant the beef is prepared for us so we can just heat it up. This time that and the cheese they were not this. We had to go to the cooler, get some beef and like prep it in in as fast as possible. And in the end, it actually turned out really well. We finished it in we got the order done relatively fast, and it tasted really good, and it was, yeah, they really liked it. So that's a difficult situation I can say that I've been in.
That's awesome.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. And so, Sean, what do you think about teamwork?
I think teamwork is it's very can you repeat that last sentence? I didn't hear that very well.
Okay, so want to ask what do you think about teamwork and what makes an effective team for an event planner? Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork, it's vital in any situation, but for event planning, it's also extremely vital because the people on the team could have other ideas that could work very, very well. And I think an effective team is just a team that really manages to work off of each other, where it's not just one person or like two people doing everything. It's every single person in the team coming together to contribute. That's good teamwork to me.
Awesome, Grace.
Okay. So how do you see yourself contributing to our society as an event planner? You're a communications person, so I think you're vast and good on social media and love to talk and all those things. So how do you see yourself contributing to the society
Yes,
as the event planner?
yes. I think sorry. I think that'll like the field I'm in, that'll really help me because like I said, you mentioned social media. I can promote the event on social media and I can get people to really go to it. And um yeah, just getting the promotion out, that'll be very, very easy. I can get a lot of word of mouth going about the event per se, and with my other experiences that I've mentioned, like the volunteering at the track meets and the pole working. I think all those should combine, and that'll really help me be a good event planner.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, Sean, this work, there will be some pressure on the work. For instance, if you are organizing events for the whole community, right? There'll be some pressure associated with the work that you work. You understand? Because you're going to be talking with community members. You understand? Part of your work, if you are the one that is selected, will require speaking with community members. Sometimes they do not respond. Sometimes the last minute they want to be a part of an event, they didn't register. How will you work under pressure? What's
I
your
think what's mine. I'm so glad I actually work really well under pressure because once you're under pressure, you're very motivated to do better, and you and oh, sorry, I'm like blanking for a minute. you're really motivated to work under pressure and you just want to do better. So I think the pressure will actually motivate me to make this event the best event possible. Mm.
Awesome. Thank you, Grace.
Okay. So this job involves setting up events, taking down banners, and whether it be cleaning up or whatever after an event, right? How will you move around for this, and how will you get this done?
Putting up like removing banners and cleaning it, that will not be hard because I have a lot of experience with I have a lot of experience with that. Like I mentioned, at after the elections, we had to clean up the place after counting. After the general voting was done, we had to clean up the place. And like I mentioned, I work at the garage restaurant and bar as a kitchen helper, like backup house. So I sweep the kitchen all the time. I do dishes as well as along with prepping meals and serving. So how I would go about this, I would if there are other people with me, I can split up the workload very evenly. So that way we get it done, we get the cleaning done even faster.
Okay, so be it that we are having events like within the community, sometimes it takes, we have to go ahead of time, set up, be there to get things prepared and all that. How will you move around for that? Are you mobile?
How will I, like, are you asking if I can, how I can get there?
Do you
Yes.
drive? Yes.
Yes, I do drive. I do
Okay.
drive.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
are
you have
you,
capacity to get to the venue ahead of time, because for every event, the event planner has to be there ahead of time to set up tables and chairs, receive entertainment stuff and the rest. So you are saying that you're able to move around. So you're not going to tell us that, oh, I was trying to get a bus and the bus didn't come early and I didn't get there, you know. So that's what
or
we're
I'm waiting on
trying
my
to.
friend and I got stuck, or my
Of,
mom
Exactly.
didn't come home on time or something like that.
of course, you aren't going to deal with any of that at all. I can drive. I can get there in a reasonable amount of time. So, and everywhere here is like everywhere in St. Albert is like less than 15 minutes. So there's no reason for me to not be there.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. That's awesome. And so the next question is, okay. And so also part of the job is, if you're the event planner, you have to make sure that you take pictures, you understand, of the event, different things that are happening. So do you have a phone that you'll be able, yes, the association has an association phone, but just in case, do you have a phone that you're able to take
Good.
pictures?
And,
Okay.
and, and a good one too.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Because we want to make sure that every event is properly documented. And do you have okay, you have a phone, so that's another good part. So another question is, we'll also be doing the work. It has admin duties like typing, creating documents. Do you have experience with that? And do you have a computer that you could work from home to do all the administrative work?
Yes, I do have a laptop that I can use to do all the administrative work. And you said it's just type in documents, right? And all
Yes,
that.
typing, imputing, like setting up, because if you are the successful person, we will expect you to set up a spreadsheet of your time that you're doing every day that you're working, because it's going to be full-time hours, 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, to make sure we have 30 hours every week.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can do that. It shouldn't
Oh,
be too difficult.
okay, Grace, go ahead.
Okay, so do you have any questions for us?
Yes, I do. Is there like a specific event that I will, or is it just like any event that you need me to do that I can do? Is it one event or just any event in the time period?
So it is any event that we will have that falls within the time period of your job. So possibly if it's gonna be anything that this probably you're gonna fall into the one in August where we have it in the
Mm-hmm.
park. You're gonna fall into that based on the time frame when this other person will finish.
Okay.
So it is whatever event that falls within that period when you are employed, then that's the event that we'll be working with you for.
Of course. I
Once-
just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. And I think that's my only question right now. I think this interview went really well. And thank you for having me.
Yeah, so the person that's currently doing the work now is working from May 2nd to, it's going to be May 2nd to June 27th. So, and so you are likely going to be doing from July. And in July, we're going to be having our summer camp, our first summer camp. So you will be fully involved with that and going to the summer location in addition to the work you're going to be doing to make sure that you're taking pictures, knowing how many people, you understand, doing that administrative work. We are in partnership with St. Albert Further Education. So St. Albert Further Education has a new space in the St. Albert Mall, but our association has a grant to provide furniture. So we have furniture. We have the chairs and tables and the laptops and 3D printer and going to buy robotics kit. So our association has the furniture. Okay. So one of our board members is joining. So if you are the successful person, because we're going to be interviewing other people, you'll be required to be a part of the summer program. And you are also going to be, we're going to also be planning about that time to plan our K-6 It Takes a Village event. So you will, if you are the successful person, that is part of the things you're going to do. Now, just to make sure there's going to be a smooth transition from the person currently working, we're planning to have a men's only event. It's called Men's Hangout, which we're hoping is going to be on June 26th. So if you are the successful person, we will want you to be at this event to help plan so that you have an idea of what an event looks at, planning an event. And so you understand. So that's, if you are the person that will be a successful candidate, we expect you to be at that June 26th event to have an idea of what a community event looks like. You understand, to be a part of that event. And another thing, you, at least you're both 18 years, I want you to at least let your parents know you need to be a part of the community to know what are the kind of conversations that go on in the community, what are the things that happen. Because if you want to work with the community, you should be a part of the community.
Of course, yes. I can talk to them. I can talk to
yeah, so at least we should add you to at least the general community group for you to know what happens in the community, so that you have an idea of what goes on in the community. This community you are applying to want to work with, right? You should be a part of the community.
Yes, of course. Like you can't work for a community. You can't work for community and not be involved. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you agree with me. So Grace, and you have, I'll have final, I'll also have some input to make after this. Grace, and do you have anything to say to Sharon?
So if you are the successful client, then we will be getting in touch with you by email and discussing with you further. And also with writing a formal email, always have a greeting in the body of your email, salutation, and
Yeah,
sign off on your emails. So like
of course.
when you're applying for a position, like what you did with us, those were some of the things that we noticed wasn't done. So
Oh,
in the
of course.
future, going forward, you are advised to do that.
Of course.
And
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
and just be
Also,
professional.
I was gonna say I think I left my resume with you guys. So I think my number is under two. So if you want to like get in touch with me with my phone number, it's on my resume too. So
For sure.
yeah. Thank you.
For sure. But best of luck to you.
Thank
And
you.
happy that you actually reach out to us. And what I would want to see is that you become a part of our community, because what we're doing here is for the future of our children, for us
Yeah.
to have some form of legacy to leave
Yeah.
or to have within St. Albert. And persons should hear about this great institution and this great society in St. Albert,
Of
and for
course.
our kids growing up
Of
to be
course.
aware of their roots, because that's
Of
very
course.
important. If you don't know where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going, right?
Of
And where
course.
you're going will not look that bright if you don't know where you're coming from.
Of
Probably
course.
not
Like
you, but your parents and our foreparents have gone through, and you have seen this, or no, probably you have not seen this in our Black History Month event, but now when you're joining the group and going further, if or not you are not the successful candidate, I would really encourage you to be a part of this society and
of course.
to feel your roots and to embrace it. Okay, thank you.
Of course, like I
Okay.
mentioned before, it's kind of a safe space for for African children. It's a place for them to meet people just like them. So it's just kind of going off what you're saying. It's kind of what I said before. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, another thing I want to add is that anytime you're invited for an interview, make a little research about the organization. If you had taken time to go read about the African and African descendants, you would have known our objective, because when we started, you did not mention our objective is to project and preserve African culture and history to St. Albert residents through events,
yeah,
to seek for ways to support each other, and also to volunteer in our community. So anytime you're going for an interview, you have to make time and go and read about the organization and know their objective, their mission, and their vision. So when you're asked, you are mentioning it, it means that you have interest in the organization by reading about the organization and coming prepared to let them know, yes, I took time to know about the organization, what you stand for. So we are letting you know this is how it is done. Even if you're on an interview, we're actually also mentoring you for future interviews.
of course,
So,
of course.
okay.
Thank you. I yeah, I was kind of going off of what was said at the last event I went to, which was like not that long ago. So I'm sorry about that, but yeah.
Okay. Mr.
Yeah.
Charles joined in a little bit late. Mr. Charles, this is Sean. He had
Hi,
applied
Mr.
for the
Charles.
position of event planner with us. And we just went through about all the questions that we had for him. And it's just ending. And he agreed to us recording it so that we'll save this, so that in case we will compare it with the other people that we will be interviewing for this position. So we're letting him know if he's a successful candidate. The job is supposed to start from June 27th.
27th
Yes,
to
27th to August. Is it August 27th or thereabout, if he is a successful candidate? And if he's a successful candidate, we expect that he will come for the men's event you know, and he's going to also speak with the person currently working on the job to know what she did as a handover for him to take from there. And the men's event will be his startup event. And if he's a successful person, he's going to be involved in the summer camp that we're going to be doing, summer camp, summer activities, and AGM planning.
Okay, excellent. No, sounds good. I wish you the best, and I think from when I joined, the most important thing, whether you are successful in this organization, the feedback that's been given to you, I think it's really great feedback that you can use. We understand everybody is still learning, especially at your age group. You guys, you're still learning, and so just take the feedback to heart in terms of how you approach interviews. Whether it's any interview, regardless, you'll be applying for other jobs, I'm sure. But just take that information and really spend time and understand what the company you're applying for is about, and have some information that shows a lot more interest, and it shows that you are engaged in the process. So take that to heart, and other than that, wishing you all the best.
Thank you guys for this opportunity. It was really great.
Yeah, so if you confirm with your parents, if they are okay, we'll add you to the group. If you're successful or not, you need to be a part of the community, so that if they're doing something, you show up, participate as a part of the community, come for events, invite your young friends that are in the community, say, hey, this is happening, because we want you to be role models too, because some people will not be interested. But if you're a young person, you're calling your other young people, say, come, let's go for the community event, come, let's participate. If they are doing a thing, even if you're not successful, I want to be participate in it. And it makes it better, because these things we're doing, we're not just doing for ourselves, we're doing it for you.
Everyone.
Yes, for everyone, all our children, everybody, And another thing, Grace Ann said, when if you're the successful person, you're going to be dealing with adults. So you have to have that respect, call like at least Mr. this person, Miss this person, just accord them that respect. I know that we are living in Canada, everybody calls people by first name, but the African culture, we value respect. It's so important, because all the people you're going to be dealing with are going to be adults, right? Older people than you. So respect is an integral part of our community, So that's why Grace was telling you when you began that when you're applying for a job, you say, hello, Mr. This, or hello, recruiting manager, if you don't know their names, and you have a body of the mail. And when you finish with either yours sincerely, or warm regards, or thank you, then you sign off with your name. So anything you're doing, you still have to have the salutation, the body, the ending greeting, and you sign off with your name. If you are talking to somebody, because if you are the right candidate, if you're the person that is successful, you're going to be communicating with members of the community for an event to say, hello, Mr. This, please, will you be coming for this event? Those kind of things. So respect is an integral part of our African culture. So we let you know you have to learn those things. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So any other inputs to this?
Nothing right now. No. Again, just thank you for this opportunity. Like, I'm really grateful for it, and thank you for the feedback as well. And if I get the interview, I'll make sure not to disappoint.
Thank you very much. And you hear from us in the next 2 to 3 weeks while we are interviewing the other candidates, okay?
Of course, thank you.
All right, so you could go while we have a conversation.
Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.
Okay, you could sign out now. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you very much, Saz. I will stop the recording at this time while we have, just give me 1 second. Let me stop the recording.